All right, now that we got a good amount of homeowners in the room, this will be a good article for you guys to give your opinion on. Have you ever had a dispute with your neighbors at all about like a hedge or a fence, something of that nature?
My HOA guy, he's like he's a Karen for sure.
Oh, really?
Like, he wants to like, oh, the decorations aren't up right. Oh, you're not leaving your trash cans here. Like, dude, he's running for HOA president, so he needs your vote. But then I'm like, why? If you need my vote, why would you make me take down my decorations right here for Halloween? I'm like, I already my wife and I ain't voting for you, but we need him to win other he does other things that are good. So like we're trying to. Should we not? And my wife, since she walks the dog a lot, she's very vocal with the neighbors, so they need her vote. But now this guy is trying to not blackmail me, but trying to like, hey, if I do this for you, you do this for me. So, so my brother owns a security business. Well, if he wins as HOA president, he can get my brother's security business in the account, and my brother would want that, so he knows that.
It's like politics.
So he sends me a message, hey, have you talked to your brother lately? I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, hey, I'm doing this. I need your wife to join the board so I can vote it in. So like he'll throw it out there. How's your brother do? He'll check in on my brother. I'm like, and then now I see the behavior. He'll just check in because he needs more votes to win. So he's trying to kick out the HOA lady too as well. So he's
You got leverage.
Yeah. So but then like, dude, how bad do I want my brother to have this account that I have to deal with this guy that everyone hates? You know.
But is she more likable?
They're both not likable.
Most HOA people are not.
Don't they have to kind of be Karens in order to do that job very well?
Yeah.
Well, it's in their personality to even want that job, I think.
Yeah. Like who has time to like volunteer? Like you don't get paid.
Because it's volunteer work, right?
Correct. Yeah. You don't get paid.
Are they usually retired?
This he's not retired, but he's getting there.
He's about to be.
Or people that are just power hungry.
Yeah. See, that's the weird thing too. Is like, how do you even navigate that?
Maybe because like for HOA, it's you got to think of the whole community, and then maybe they're like, no one's gonna do this, no one sees this shit, and then they are like bothered enough to go, man, we got to make sure that our property value is like good.
But you want joy to living in the neighborhood, so that's what we're wrestling with. So like,
what are you leaning towards? Are you leaning towards backing him?
You know what? There's not now because my son's so young. So like when Christmas comes, we put lights everywhere. Like if I want to come in as Santa Claus, or I want to do something if I want to act like a goofball in the middle of the street, like if he actually ran the neighborhood, he would give me tickets. You know?
You won't let you dress up as Santa Claus?
No, if you dress up as Santa Claus and you were like you rented a bus or you did something stupid, right? Or like you said you want to do something extravagant for your kids. Like let's say I want to go down and bring down some snow. Okay, I want to bring in snow, or I want to have a bunch of elves here to do whatever. If you don't go through the permits with the HOA, you can't do it. So
even if it's just a one-day thing,
if he is HOA the shot caller, he can give you tickets. So like okay,
well, if you're shot calling and you help him get there, can't you just be like, hey?
Times when like he needed our vote, but he still ticketed us for these trash cans, or he pushed the envelope if you don't,
that's weird.
You're being a bad president. So like if you need something from me, why are you being a Karen? But like that's why I'm like, okay, do we want to deal with this? So like in the neighborhood, since a lot of them know my wife and they know me, they're like, okay, they'll swing with whatever we swing. We don't want that responsibility because it's volunteer work. So so that he's putting pressure on us more because elections are coming up, even for him too, to win. So like
he's doing rallies.
Yeah, so he's rallying.
And he's up against a lady?
Yeah, he goes like, hey man, you want to go pick up trash? I'll be like, I won't, but Enzo will. Yeah. You know, like he just, so I'm like, now.
So that is kind of
maybe
weird.
if my son was older, yes, but my son's so young where if we, want to decorate, do things like outside the norm, then he would.
So you get ticketed for putting Christmas lights up?
If you put up Christmas lights and you put it, let's say, on the yard, that's not yours, like it's community yard, right? But then like you want it to kind of match with your house, he would ticket you for that, or make you take it down. Or let's say you use an outlet that's like part of the community outlet, but then everyone goes by your house and look at the lights anyway, so he'll make you cut it.
How much?
He doesn't have kids, that's why.
How much would a ticket like that be?
A couple $100, but they keep just racking them on and on as you don't,
And
so what happens if you don't pay?
Yeah, who's forced to pay?
That I don't know. We paid every ticket. Like one time he told me, hey man, did you get that ticket in the mail? Like, you asked me to my face, and you told me.
Bro, you got to stop this guy.
I think
You
what
can't
ends
let
up
him keep
happening
this.
is when the house sale goes through, that's the first thing that gets deducted. Really? So you have
HOA fees?
You have to pay penalties. Like if you rack it all up, you just avoid it. There's something in like the escrow process, I believe, where like the minute you sell, the first thing you have to do is pay all that stuff first, and then you get your proceeds. So you have to pay.
You want to be petty and just like run for HOA president, even though you don't have to do as much
No,
work.
they have to walk. No, so if you are president, you agree to do these obligations. Like you're supposed to walk the neighborhood, make lists of things that are, you know.
You got time for that shit?
I know. That's why I'm like, but he does. But then like if he does, he's like you said, they are hired to be professional. Like they're Karens, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it worth it or not? Like my kid's too young for it to be worth it right now. Like the trunk or treat, like you couldn't trunk or treat without, because you didn't go through the sanctions to get the trunk or treat.
What's that?
What is that?
When you pop your trunk and you design it like very Halloweenish and you give out candy, you can't just say, let's get together and do it. No, you have to follow certain
I didn't
regulations.
even know about that.
Yeah, so
How
like,
does that work?
Here's the thing right now.
Trunk or treating?
Giant tailgate party.
Yeah.
Right, to have all the cars line up. And just make their car the cool haunted
That's
house.
kind of cool, huh?
What do? You meet up in a parking lot?
meet in a parking lot, yeah, but you can't even do that, you know, or
Is that just so that the walking is less?
I don't know. They did it at
they do it at schools a
They
lot.
did it at Taika schools. So there was like 50 cars lined up. But I thought it was pretty cool.
That's kind of tight.
That is really
It's like a drug deal for children.
like an arms deal. Yeah. Well, this isn't really about HOA, but it looks like HOA could have saved this from happening. So what happened is you got a dude in Minneapolis. It's this black neighbor was arguing with his grumpy white neighbor, which can happen sometimes.
Sounds like a racial thing is about to crack.
But it's really not. The racial thing doesn't really have much to do with it, other than the fact that a tree was growing from the white guy's house into the black dude's yard. And so the black dude was really cool about it. And he was just like asking him, hey, you got this tree thing, can you trim it? And even the mention of that just sent the grumpy white dude into like a weird tirade. And so the white dude would constantly be threatening the guy, like literally saying he's gonna kill him over this, which makes no sense.
What the fuck?
And then the
Threats is crazy.
he would like brandish, like he'd be like in the window with like a knife or something, like out of his own window looking at him and stuff. And then the black dude actually reported it to the cops like multiple times over the course of a year, like every time a threat would happen, and then nothing even got done. So eventually the black dude's trimming the tree himself, and then this is what happened.
Video obtained by our NBC affiliate Care 11 shows David Montori trimming a tree outside his Minneapolis home Wednesday when, according to court documents, a bullet was fired from his neighbor's upstairs.
Oh, shit.
Through my neck, and then all the way back to my spine.
Oh my
shit.
fucking
Affiliate
god.
Care 11, he's also recovering from broken ribs and a concussion.
He got
The
shot?
last 11 months since he and his wife moved in, they've been living a nightmare next door to John Shawshack. Court documents show the victim called police.
John Shawshack sounds crazy, too.
19 reports,
harassment, hate speech, and verbal threats. It also says Shawshack suffers from mental illness. Shawshack has been charged with attempted murder, but he is not in jail.
What the
Police are
fuck?
allowing him to stay in his home because they say he's a threat to himself and others.
The likelihood.
So just
That's
let him
fucking
leave him alone then. He's a threat to everyone and
I
others.
didn't understand that last sentence.
That doesn't make sense. That's
So shouldn't he be in jail? So he's not a threat? Maybe he's such a threat, he goes, we don't want the inmates getting hurt by him.
Oh, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that last sentence makes no sense to me. So he's a threat to himself and others, so they are putting him in his own house.
Didn't know Minnesota was like California, right?
Discharge his firearm because the guy was on his property cutting.
He wasn't
the
on
thing?
his property.
Oh, that was his own house.
Because they went over to his side of the
Yeah.
property.
Bro, you shoot somebody out of your fucking window,
That's fucking
you
crazy.
gotta go to jail.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta go to jail. bro.
Immediately, dude.
Fuck.
And the guy's still not in jail. Wow.
Attempted murder.
But this is Minneapolis, right? Maybe it's a little bit weird there.
Wait, what do you?
Care where it is. That's what he's
I
in
mean,
jail.
like where the laws are like a little bit different. Because you know how like in Texas, right? You can basically blast someone if they're on your like front lawn.
But he was.
But Minneapolis,
He's on his own lawn. He's on his own
Stop defending him, Joe.
Or maybe maybe there's some laws there that I just don't
Like
get.
blast thy neighbor?
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's some weird shit that they can't really get. Because obviously the cops aren't bringing him in for some
Get shot
reason.
either.
They brought him in. He got arrested. He got released.
Bro, that's crazy. They arrested him and then they
wasn't the cops. That'd be a DA issue, right?
Oh, so it is. Gascon's running that too, huh?
They're not prosecuting him.
Yes, yeah. Here's the timeline. So October 11, 2023. That's the first time that a black dude approached this crazy white guy about it. And then that's when the dude like told him like, if you touch the tree, I'm gonna take care of you. That's what he said.
Oh shit.
March, he approached him while he was working outside and then got verbally harassed. April, the white guy was throwing household items from his window at him. May, that's when the white dude verbally threatened him, called him a black bastard, saying, I'm gonna kill you if you call the police again. All you people do is lie and commit crimes. So yeah, I guess it is racial.
Holy
Surprised you went with black bastard. That was
August
19 times. Wow.
Yeah, in August he threatened him from the window, holding a large knife to the window, threatening to kill him and his wife. October of this year, he verbally threatened and screamed racial slurs from his window, again showing a knife from the window. And then October 14, that's when the black dude saw the white dude outside of his house. So imagine there's just your neighbors outside your house holding a firearm, pointing the firearm at you through the window.
That's fucked.
Damn. So this like
And the
leveled
cops
up
didn't. Wow, that's like
very like you know.
How many more reports do you need?
And then at the end of it, after all of this, he gets shot, and the guy's still just in his own house after being released.
That was a missed
Because he's
opportunity.
a threat.
When Shawshank Redemption or whatever was on his property with a gun pointing it at him on his own property, that's when he should have shot him.
Jeez, yeah.
But then he probably would go to jail because that's how.
He probably would, yeah. It's so weird.
I guess the lesson is if you guys are gonna move or buy a house, also try to meet the neighbors if you can.
Yeah, if you see a house that's next to the one that you want and it's all fucked up and it has
and they're cuckoo.
Yeah, the windows all boarded up.
That's why you need HOA. They'll deal with that guy.
Yeah.
They'll be the HOA guy would be getting shot.
Yeah, man. A Karen would defeat him.
That guy's the HOA president.
He runs the block. Bro, that's so fucked up.
That's messed up.
My neighbor is fucking cool right now. He just gave me fucking like 6 trees.
The Indian guy?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Gave you 6 trees.
He gave us
He's redoing his front yard, and then he was like, "Hey, you want some trees? I'm gonna throw them away." He's like, "I see that like your front yard has some missing spots." I was
Yeah,
like,
he
"Dude, I'll
burned
take
you,
all
dude.
of them." I know you
That's
did.
a burn. That's a slight
He
dip.
was like,
You're
he's being dick.
Try to get some more fucking trees in your front
I was
lawn.
like, "Oh hell yeah, dude!" So my front yard looks a little more filled out now.
Oh, that's cool. Have you given him anything before?
Or like when we first moved in, he had to go somewhere, and then he was like, "Can you help water my backyard for like a week?" And then I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course."
Like for $500 I can.
So I just went back there, watered all his plants and stuff.
You didn't do any shenanigans while you're back there?
You didn't pee on any of the plants?
I saved that for our
dumping
plants,
pee.
dude.
That's the good stuff.